Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So we still have Rise of the Red Skull out on the table here. We got through Crossbones in our first scenario, and Absorbing Man is scenario number 2. So things to note from the first playthrough, and we're in expert mode, so there's more things that carry over. The first game we had 3 of the tech upgrades the experimental weapons upgrades ended up going into the deck, so that's kind of annoying. We've got the adrenal stems, which we can use to give us 5 life. I'm trying to not use that. Now, there is the possibility that maybe I should use it because I ended the last game with 3 hit points remaining. So what that translates to is if I've got 9 hit points total, that means I've taken 6 points of damage of the 9 to have 3 remaining. And that's how I record my hit points on my hit point track, is the amount of damage that I've taken. So in order to be this is my total up here, this is the amount that I've taken. So out of 9, I've got 3 left. So I've taken 6. So there we go. I've gone through most of the setup out here. So we've got Clint Barton out here. We've got my hit point set up. Absorbing Man, he starts with 15 hit points. And then as part of number 2 Absorbing Man comes out, the super absorbing power is in play, which gives him all of the traits. So he has ice, metal, stone, and wood. And then as part of the none shall pass, a forced response will be that we add a delay counter every time the turn starts. Now, let's see here. We're going to look for an environment at the beginning of the game to come into play. And let's see here. Am I missing anything else? See, discard card from the card deck. Environment is discarded. Put the card into play. I think we're good to go. So the environment we have into play first is the dense forest. And the dense forest is going to say if Absorbing Man makes an undefended attack, I'm going to take an indirect damage, or 2 if he's up to 5 delay counters. So, all right, I think we're ready to roll. Let's get some cards. Best part of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what I was thinking I was going to do was sit down and do a recover with Clint Barton, kind of right out of the door, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. We'll have to see. Okay. So let's see what we can do here. So we've got Hawkeye's bow. I don't think we want to start with Hawkeye's bow, so I'm going to kind of set it aside. It's not wrong. I'm not going to bother putting it in my discard pile. Wow, that's a lot of skilled strikes and mean swings, and I have no arrows. So let's see here. We probably end up with not putting Tigra into play. And if we use a skilled strike to get Hawkeye's bow out, then we would put the Hulk into play. So I think we'll stick with what we've got here. We need to go back up to 6 cards. So we're at 4, 5, 6. And I think we're good to go at this point. All right, so what we're looking at is we're going to spend 1 resource. We'll use one of these skilled strikes, or do we use the Quinn carrier? So I'm looking at it as I want to do damage. Now, if I sit down, that means that I'm not going to be able to attack this turn. So that means I probably want to shoot my vibranium arrow to get that 6 damage out of the way. If I do that, there's my 6 damage. Now I'm going to need to spend 1 to go get my bow, which means I can't get Hulk into play. So am I better off doing the vibranium arrow, or am I better off doing Hulk? I kind of want to do Hulk. So maybe I should spend 2 to get Hulk out there. The other thing that I could do is I could sit down for a round and stay Clint Barton, do a rest, and then do another rest, and let Hulk deal out some damage. Ideally, I don't draw a mental, which sounds kind of interesting. Maybe that's where I should go. Let's go that route. All right. So we've got these 6 cards. We're gonna spend our let's spend our mean swing to get Hawkeye's bow. We'll put Hawkeye's bow into play, and then we'll spend. We go ahead and spend the 3 to get the Quinn carrier. Oh, I have to be Avenger in order to get Quinn carrier, so that doesn't work all that well. Let's see here. Well, that's an interesting thing. Hold on. Let's go back here. So if I hold on to my mean swing, I could play, and I were to bring Hawkeye out, I could spend 3 to get my Quinn carrier out, use my Quinn carrier to get my Hawkeye's bow. That doesn't seem like a better play. I don't like it. All right, so then the other thing was we're looking at Hulk. Spend 2 for Hulk. I'm going to spend 1 for the bow. Mean swing for the bow. Okay, so we're going to mean swing for the bow. We're going to use 2 to get Hulk into play. We're going to take a rest with Clint Barton. We're going to recover 3. So 2, 1. Puts us back up to 6. I think we're going to stay alter ego this round. And then we're going to attack with Hulk. So Hulk's going to attack for 3. He will eventually take 1 consequential, but we need to see what the Hulk does. So the Hulk's got his little hulky craziness that goes on. So we're going to draw a card and see what he does. So he's going to do, boom! He's going to do 2 damage to an enemy. All right. I like that. That works out. So there we go. We took Absorbing Man down 5 right out of the gate. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but pretty good. All right, so we're going to be done. We're going to ready up. We're going to draw 4 cards. So we have Skilled Strike, Vibranium Arrow, our Yarnborn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, our Quiver, an Electric Arrow, and a Mean Swing. All right, I like having an Electric Arrow out there. All right, Villain's turn. What's going to go on? We're going to do 1 threat on the main scheme. We need a delay counter. Then we have Absorbing Man is going to see Clint Barton out there, so he's going to scheme. So he's going to scheme for 2, and he's going to get a boost of 2 more. Ooh, so he's scheming for 4. All right, that's a little bit painful. That's a decent number there. We're up to 7 already. All right, let's take a look and see what our encounter card is, and we get Assault, which is going to be Alter Ego, and it's going to surge. Okay, so I'm going to surge into something else. We're going to surge into a Rocky Outcrop. So after Absorbing Man makes an undefended attack, heal 1 damage or 2. But that's going to surge also. So we're going to get another surge. Now we get Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Oh no! Well, there goes Hawkeye's bow. Luckily, we can get it back pretty easily. All right, so that is the end of the Absorbing Man's turn. And we're back over to the hero's turn. Okay, so what we're looking at here is we can do some crazy bow action. If we can spend, we kind of want to get Hawkeye's quiver out, because that's an awesome thing. We also need to get our bow back, which means we're only going to be able to do 1 of our arrows. So, or, well, yeah. I think we want to do 1 of our arrows. If we don't, well, we end up, because that has the stun on there, and I would really like to get this, or this one has the stun on there, and I would like to get the stun out there. So let's see here. How do we want to play this? I guess we use our Vibranium Arrow to get Hawkeye's bow back. I'm going to put our bow back into play. And then let's go ahead and get Hawkeye's quiver. We'll use Yarnborn to get our quiver out there. All right, in order to use our quiver, we actually need to flip over to Hero. And I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll go Hero. All right, we're going to use our quiver. We're going to look at our top 5 for an arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can put it underneath. I think let's put our cable arrow underneath there, because there's a lot of thread on there. We're going to have to take care of that pretty quick. All right. Now, what are we looking at here? We've got some attacking we can do. Should we let the Hulk go first? Yeah, let's let the Hulk go first and see what he does. So Hulk first means he's going to attack for 3. So we're going to knock him down to 7. Then we're going to see what the Hulk does for his hulky thing. So we're going to draw a card and we're going to get a double energy. So an energy is deal 1 damage to each character. So Hulk's going to go up to 3. Hawkeye is going to go up to 4. And Absorbing Man is actually going to go down to 6. All right. Now, what I was looking at was an electric arrow, so I think we're going to spend 2. And then, because I want the stun, so we're going to spend 2. We're going to exhaust Hawkeye's bow. We're going to do 3 damage to Absorbing Man, which is going to knock him down to 3. He's going to be stunned. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to attack with Hawkeye, which Hawkeye does 3. So we're going to knock out Absorbing Man level 2. We're going to bring out Absorbing Man level 3. So what happens with Absorbing Man level 3? He gains the trait of each environment in play. And then after he activates against me, I'm going to put a threat on the main scheme. Or take 1 indirect damage. Well, I'm actually going to do both of those. All right. But actually, he's not going to activate against me. Well, hopefully, because he's stunned. So we're going to be done. Untap our things. We're going to draw 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And we need, how much health does he have? He has 16 hit points. So let's give him 10. We'll give him 3 2s here. 2, 2, 2. All right, so let's go over to the villain's turn. First thing is we're going to put a threat on the main scheme, so we'll bump that up to 8. Our thing is going to increment there for delay counters. Next up, Absorbing Man would attack, but he's stunned, so he doesn't attack. And then we are going to draw an encounter card. So encounter card is a Hydra Regular. So when it's revealed, we're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. Okay, so it's up to 9 already. And then Absorbing Man is done. We're back over to the hero turn. Okay, so I can't deal out 16 damage this round, which kind of is depressing. We can deal out, well, that would exhaust my weapon, so I can't do that and shoot my arrow at the same time. So let's see here, we've got a cable arrow, a sonic arrow. I think we want to hit with the sonic arrow. We've got, well, let's have Hulk attack and see what Hulk does. Because if he does 1 damage here, if he does 1 damage around, that's going to kind of change how I'm going to do things. So we'll have Hulk attack. Hulk's going to attack for 3. I'm going to flip a card, and we get a wild. So that means that Hulk's going to do everything. So that means he's going to do 2 damage to an enemy. So do we take out the Hydra Regular? Yeah, I think we're going to take out the Hydra Regular with the additional 2 damage. And then he's going to do 1 to everybody, which is going to end up making him go away because he's going to take 1 consequential plus another one. So he's going to go away. We're going to take 1. And Absorbing Man is going to take 1. All right. Oop. So we've taken 5 so far. That means we've got 4 left. That's a little bit on the scary side, not horrible. Let's go ahead and use our quiver. So we're going to go through 5 cards and look for arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have let's stick a vibranium arrow in the quiver. All right, oh, we need to shuffle these back in. Ooh, that's really interesting because we can hit him with a sonic arrow. So the hope is I hit him with a sonic arrow. Then I think I'm going to go hero or alter ego side. And then the confuse should absorb his scheme. We have to worry about what comes out of the deck there as an encounter card. But theoretically, well, we'll see how things go. Because theoretically, then we've got a Vibranium Arrow after that, which could change things up. All right. The other option, would be I've got a mean swing here, which I could use with my bow to hit for 3/6. But at that point in time, it leaves me totally tapped on everything and I can't shoot my other arrows. I don't know that that's a great option right now. Put the mean swings in there just in case, like if I'm not getting my arrows, because I've played a couple of games where I don't get my arrows and I want to make use of my bow, but it's working this time, so I think I need to not do that. All right. So we're going to spend 2, and I think we're going to use our Avengers Mansion and our Hall of Heroes to go ahead and do a Sonic Arrow. So a Sonic Arrow is going to hit for 3. We're going to knock him down to 9. So he's going to go 5, 9. And the Sonic Arrow is going to confuse him. So he's confused. All right, at that point in time, I think we're going to attack for 3, and knock him down to 6. All right, the other option there would be to untap my bow and shoot a cable arrow, which is kind of an interesting idea because I could get 3 off of a scheme, but I think we're going to chance it and go with it this way. All right, so we're going to be done at this point. I'm going to actually flip over to Clint Barton, and we'll ditch the cards that I have because I'm not going to need them, and we're going to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're done. We're going to ready up. And it's Absorbing Man's turn. All right, first thing up, 1 threat on the main scheme. Our delay counters go up to 3. All right, Absorbing Man would come at us with a schemey thing, but he's confused. So nothing happens there. Then we get an encounter card. Counter card is, Criminal Past. So we're going to go ahead and flip over to Clint Barton and exhaust him and get this out of the game. All right, there we go. So we're done. We are back over to our hero turn at this point in time. So what are we going to do on our hero turn? So our problem is we've got 5 health, which isn't fantastic. I would kind of like to take a round to heal, because I've also got downtime. But the problem is I've got a lot of scheme here, and I don't have anything to stop him from doing other stuff. I've got an explosive arrow. I do have a sonic arrow, so I could risk being confused. Well, because I would have to flip over. I've got to flip over to Clint Barton in order to shoot. So I can't really confuse him going into my turn. So we'll go ahead and be Hawkeye. As Hawkeye, I think we'll just go ahead and shoot our Vibranium Arrow. So we're going to exhaust our bow. We'll use Strength. And then we're going to go ahead and that's going to hit 6 damage and it gains Piercing. That's enough to take out the Absorbing Man. So there we go. We're going to end it there. That works for me. That looks like another win. Yes. Okay. We need to figure out what we need to record. All right, let's see what we got here. So we've got our little chart, and it says at the end of scenario 2, we have, there it is. All right, record the number of delay counters on the main scheme in the campaign log. So we've got 3. So we're going to record 3 scheme counters. Where's it at? Rescued allies, players engaged. Oh, number of delay counters. There we go. 3. It's in the big scenario 2 section, which makes sense. Okay. Let's see here. Each player might choose one of the basic condition upgrades. Oh, we get a condition. Oh, now that's a neat choice. So these are, we need a basic condition. So I can get another hit point in an attack. I can get 3 hit points in a defense, 2 hit points in a thwart, or 4 hit points in +1 recovery. Well, it seems like I've been kind of going the attack route. So if I go +1 hit point and +1 attack, but the other side of that is that's not going to help my arrows out at all. So maybe I should go with the +4 hit points and +1 recovery. I think we're going to do that because I really need the hit points. I'm starting these games low, so I think we're going to get the basic recovery upgrade. So we're going to go basic recovery upgrade. So we're going to go with the recovery upgrade. All right, so we've got our adrenal stems, we've got a recovery upgrade. That means we're going to start next game with, let's see here. So we're going to start next game with +4 hit points. I like that. I'll be up to 13 out of the gate. That makes me happy. Because Hawkeye, the characters that have below 10 hit points, it's like a magical getting into double digits just seems to change the whole game. Operating at 9 hit points is kind of a rough go of it. So there we go. I think we got the win here. And next one up, oh, what's next? Is it Taskmaster next or Zola next? Taskmaster is next, so that should be a fun fight. All right. Looks like that's it for now. Kind of powered through that one. If I missed something, let me know. Hopefully I got that play right and didn't miss anything there. It seems like Hawkeye, his stun and confuse arrows are doing the job. So I think I might take the mean swings out of there. I'm not sure. Maybe the mean swings are the skilled strikes. The thought on the mean swings was to be able to use the bow, but I've been getting the bow and the quiver and my arrows, and it's been working out. So maybe I need to be less paranoid about not getting my arrows when I should. So, and just if it doesn't happen, then that game was fated to be bad rather than trying to have the mean swings in there to make up for it. So I think that's what I'll end up probably doing. We'll take the mean swings out and put something else in there. So there we go. That's it for now, and thanks for watching.